Hey, my name is Saba, and today I want to tell you the story about how I made $14,500 in 1 week selling Breaking Bad Halloween costumes. Yes, you heard it right, it did happen. It was a really funny story, very opportunistic, it's pretty fun, so today I'd love to get into that. So first of all, let me set the scene. It was, I can't remember, I was at university in my final year, and at the time I was doing an internship getting paid hardly anything, like $1,000 a month. And I was definitely bottom of the pack. I was asked to make teas and coffee, I was asked to walk the director's dog at lunchtime, and it wasn't exactly the most, fulfilling internship that I've ever had. But I was pretty stuck for cash and was always had my eyes out for any opportunity that could have came my way. I loved Breaking Bad. I was so into it. Me and my flatmate Virgil, who I did this project with, we watched every episode. The second the next episode would drop in the US, we'd be up at 2 in the morning waiting for it to land so we could watch it together. And we just really loved the story of Jesse Pinkman and Walter White as they were kind of turning into these meth dealers. And what happened was the final episode was coming and everyone was really excited to know how this incredible story would end. But it was also ending in October. And at the end of October, you obviously have Halloween. And as a joke, my flatmate came into my bedroom with a gas mask on to try and scare me, and he just shouted Breaking Bad. And I was like, oh my God, we can sell it. He was like, what? I was like, we can sell it as Halloween costumes. And so we had a quick look online, and we couldn't see anyone selling Breaking Bad Halloween costumes in the UK. You could see people were doing it in the US, but not in the UK market at the time. So we were like, hang on, this could be really big. The show was absolutely huge and had a really loyal following. We thought that loads of people that Halloween would want to dress up as Breaking Bad, and it was a really good idea. So we thought, yeah, let's do it. So now comes to the, that was the idea. Now let's get to the point of where we set up the business. So effectively what we did, we started researching where to get yellow, chemical grade, radiation proof hazmat suits from. We researched where we could get almost like blue surgical gloves and also gas masks. To our amazement, we found pretty much everything on next day delivery. The chemical grade hazmat suits, we could get them in like 1 or 2 days. The gloves we found on Amazon. I think we found the masks on eBay. And I think the suits were about £10 each. The masks were about £4 each, and the gloves came in boxes of 100 for like £4. So it was relatively cheap. But because everything was on next day delivery, we never needed to actually hold any stock to get this company started. What we did was we got all the images of what we would be selling. We mocked it up in Photoshop and basically kind of made this nice little graphic that showed the package of what you were getting. And then in the eBay listing itself, we put a lot of like Breaking Bad in jokes. We also thought we could start making our own blue meth and selling that, which we actually ended up doing as well as part of the package. And that's literally what we did. So we never held any stock. We put it on eBay, we listed it, go to bed, it's like 2 in the morning. Wake up the next day and we've got like 3-4 orders. We're like, this is really cool. And I think, it cost about £15 to put together. I think we were selling them for about 35. But every order would make about £20. And, 4 orders, £20 each. Hang on, we've made £80, we've done very little. So that was super cool. We order the stuff, we package it in bags, and then we send it off the next day, and positive feedback comes in and people are really happy. So what we did at this point is we set up this electronic bell in our flat. We were art students, so we had loads of random stuff knocking around, and every time we'd get an order, it would trigger this bell and it would ring. Every 20-30 minutes, the bell would go off, especially between 6 and 10 p.m. I think people are coming home from work and trying to work out what they're gonna wear for Halloween. Yeah, it was just like money was just coming in. It was like cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. It was a lot of fun. We're doing orders, we're filling them, we're packing them, and things started getting a bit crazy. It's like a week before Halloween and orders are going skyrocketing. And we call up the people that we're getting our hazmat suits from, and we're like, can we order 100? And they were like, no, we simply just don't have any. And because these are like DuPont chemical grade hazmat suits for fighting radiation, there's only so many that will ever need to be available in the UK. So it was really tough to find suppliers. So we'd call around all these like hazmat suit suppliers and military grade suppliers and try and get the stock. And I remember at the time I was at this internship where I was, as I was saying, making coffees, this design studio, and I'd sneak out at lunchtime, pick up the phone and put in a order for like £8,000 worth of hazmat suits, and it felt pretty baller at the time. So we overcome some of the supply chain issues, but ultimately the UK is now running out of hazmat suits and the business is gonna have to wind down. And we call a stop for the end of the week. We say, after that, we're not doing any more. Timelines are gonna get too tight. We might not be able to fulfill orders, and we didn't want to let anyone down, so we called the stop. All in all, we sold hundreds of these. Each, we probably made about £3,500 from it. So it's a great bit of cash while you're going through your final year of university. So there's a lot of takeaways that I took from this experience. First of all, it was a lot of fun. It gave me a lot of confidence, I suppose, to go on in the future and try out other silly ideas, however strange they would be. Also, I think what I learned is that if you can have the right idea at the right time, it can be incredibly powerful. So maybe your country is, you know, in the finals of the World Cup. T-shirts with the company's name on it is going to be hugely popular. You know, potentially you could be selling Wellington boots at a music festival, and if it rains, you're going to sell all your Wellington boots. So being at the right place at the right time is also incredibly powerful as an entrepreneur. So if you liked this story, like and subscribe. There's a few more stories just like this where I've done other silly things that have actually made quite good amounts of money in a relatively short amount of time. And effectively, you know, these experiences has made me the entrepreneur that I am today and encouraged me to build, you know, much bigger companies. Like now I'm the CEO and co-founder of a video editing company called V.io. And all these little experiences that I've had along the journey as an entrepreneur has kind of led me to here. Please leave a comment if you liked it as well. I'd love to get to know some people and interact with you here. You can also follow me on Twitter at SAB8A. Hope you enjoyed it. Happy Halloween and hope to hear from you soon. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.